Hello, welcome to the EBBING Plan Study Planner. First of all, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Sunbom Lee, and you can call me Lee or Mr. Lee. I am the developer of the EBBING Plan Study Planner. EBBING Plan is a study planner which automatically provides you with a review schedule, and the schedule is based on Ebbinghaus forgetting curve theory and the spacing effect. I think you might have already known these theories, but if you are new to them, please read carefully the manual, which is enclosed in the EBBING Plan product, or search on the internet. Then you can find much information and you can easily understand them. On the manual, there are 3 FAQs. Number 1, what are the forgetting curve theory and the spacing effect? Number 2, how was the review cycle for distributed repetition determined? And number 3, what does EBBING planned mean? Please read this at least once. Let's get into the explanation of the way you use EBBING planned. This is explanation and this is sample page. On the daily plan page, there are 2 items to which you should pay attention. The first is middle page, and the second is review period table. This review period table indicates the number of the middle page you should go. You go to the middle page and review the lesson that is written there in the study task section. Let's see the table more closely. The left part of the table is the middle page of the previous volume, and the right part is the middle page of this volume. So, if you use the EBBING plan for the first time, you do not need to be concerned with this part. However, if you use the planner more than 1 volume, you have to go to the middle page of the planner you have used and review the lesson that are written there. Before I show you simple demonstrations, I'd read you the manual one by one. Number 0. Study is running and review. Of those, what is more critical and determines your academic success or failure is the very review. And the next is the procedure of the use. Number 1. Write down the date and the day of the week in succession. Number 2, on the study task, you record the progress of lesson you run at school or individually plan and studied, like this. And it is good for you to do the immediate review in a short time right after running, as long as it is possible. Number 3, review check, that is a review period table, is a key element in this EBBING plan. It serves as a guide to what you should review each day in accordance with Ebbinghaus forgetting curve theory and the spacing effect, which were scientifically proven in pedagogy and psychology. In other words, you go to the middle page that is presented in the review period table and review the lesson whose progress is written in the study task section of the page. So you don't have to do a lesson plan. This table will lead you to the most effective and efficient review. Number 4, the review that is to be implemented 60 days after running is optional, but it would be good to do it for difficult and important tests. Review after 6 days is marked by this for distinction. This is the mark for the review after 60 days. Number 5, if you do not have enough time to review all, please do only the essential reviews. The essential reviews are identified by the checkbox filled with the color, like this. So these are the essential review. And number 6 is important. You should remember. You may pass through without reviewing anything, when you don't have time even to do the essential reviews. It is fantastic to implement 100%, but you need not to be obsessed at all. Even if you do only half, review efficiency is 20% higher than that of the existing study planner because it is at most about 30%. The last, number 7, for students under high school, simply the essential reviews can be enough. Okay, then let's get into the simple demonstration. Let's suppose that you have started to use the EBBING plan for the first time at 1st March. First, you write down the date, and you also write down the progress of lesson you learn at school. If you have something to run individually, you can plan the progress and do running. If there is a difference between your plan and real progress, you should modify. And as I told you, as long as it is possible, you had better do a mid-review right after running and check each. After you finished your all running, you have to review. Then today is the first day of the use of EBBING Planned, so you have nothing to review today. And as I mentioned before, because you are the first user of EBBING Planned, so you need not to be concerned with this left part. And the next day, 5th March, it is the same. Write down the date and write down the lesson. And I said that you should do a mid-review right after running as long as it is possible. And the review to do this day is middle page number 1. So you go to the middle page number 1 and review the lesson that is written there. And the next is the same, the date and lesson in mid-review, lesson in mid-review, and lesson no in mid-review. And the review is middle page number 2. So you go to the middle page number 2 and review the lesson that is written there. The next date, lesson, immediate review, and the review to do this day is 2. The first is 1 and 3. 3, this, 1, this. Like this, you can go on and on. Lesson, review, lesson, review. And there can be sometimes no lesson, but you already have something to review. Although there are some times when you cannot review like this, please do your best. By the way, the next day, when you have to review, middle page number 7 is blank because you did not learn. No lesson, no review, right? In this fashion, you go on and you will reach the last page of the first volume. And then you start to use the next volume of EBBING Planned. One point you should remember to use the next volume of EBBING Planned is that you refer to all of the table. That is the middle page of the previous volume and middle page of this volume. For these middle pages, you should go to the previous volume of the EBBING Plan, and for this middle page, you go to the middle page of this volume. In this way, you can use the EBBING Plan in succession. Before I finish this video, I'd like to notice you two things. The first is there are two types of design in EBBING Planned. This is another design of EBBING Plan. However, regardless of differences of design, the principle of use is identical. And the second is 100 days and 180 days EBBING Plan products are compatible with each other by adding or subtracting 80 to an from the number of the middle page of the previous review period table. Okay, lastly, I hope you succeed in your academic courses. Thank you.